Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Best Stories in English. Today, we're going to talk about how you can learn English using the best English stories. I've got some great tips and advice to help you improve your English skills, so let's dive in. Just listen. First and foremost, just listen. You don't need to do anything more than just listen to the episodes. I've noticed that many English learners I met in London didn't listen to enough authentic English. They were willing to spend money and travel across the world to improve their English, yet they didn't take a bit of time each day to listen to something in English. Why? I think it's partly because they didn't know what to listen to. What to listen to. Many people watch TV and movies in English, which is fine, but it's not the best way to improve your English. Movies rely heavily on visual storytelling. It's important to focus on audio and language. Some students didn't think they had much choice, but there's plenty out there. The BBC has many podcasts, and iTunes offers podcasts on various topics. However, these are usually made for native speakers and can be difficult to understand. Podcasts for learners. There are podcasts specifically for English learners, but many focus too much on language learning and can be boring. This has changed over the years. There are now more interesting options for English learners, including my podcast. I created something that English learners would actually want to listen to, not just for learning but also for entertainment. Enjoy what you listen to. To listen to English for long periods, you need to be interested in what's being talked about. If you find it entertaining, it's easier to concentrate. Listening to English for extended periods is valuable, but it's hard if you don't understand everything or find the content boring. My goal is to make my podcast both informative and entertaining. I talk about topics I find interesting and hope to hold your attention with my enthusiasm. Language acquisition theory. Now, let's talk about Stephen Krashen's language acquisition theory. It's well known among language learning experts. Krashen believed there are two ways to develop language skills: language acquisition and language learning. Language acquisition. This is a subconscious way of learning, much like how children learn their first language. By engaging with the language, you naturally pick it up. Focus on the message, not just the words. When you listen to my podcast, try to understand what I'm saying on a deeper level. You'll pick up new language without even realizing it. Language learning. This involves studying specific forms, like grammar rules, often with the help of a teacher. It's more structured and can be boring and complex. It doesn't replicate the natural way we learn languages as children. A balanced approach. To learn English effectively, you need both language acquisition and language learning. This is what I call a balanced diet. Don't just study grammar rules. Engage with the language in natural, meaningful situations. Ideally, this means going out into the world and using English in real-life scenarios. If you can't do that, my podcast can be a substitute. Try to follow and keep up with what I'm saying regularly, and you'll pick up a lot of English. Listening tips. Listen regularly. Make it a habit to listen to English daily. Whether it's my podcast or other English content, consistency is key. Enjoy and engage. Find content that interests you. If you enjoy it, you'll be more motivated to listen and learn. Repetition. Listen to episodes more than once. Repetition helps you remember and understand better. Active listening and study. In addition to just listening, you can do more active studying. Use transcripts. Read along with transcripts to check new words and understand the context. Make notes and practice using new words. Transcribe yourself. Write down what you hear. This helps you notice the gap between what you know and what is actually said. Grammar and vocabulary. Pay attention to how I use different grammatical structures and vocabulary. Notice patterns and try to use them yourself. Speaking practice. Improving your speaking skills takes practice. Repeat after me. Listen to a sentence I say and try to repeat it exactly. Focus on pronunciation and intonation. Record yourself. Record yourself speaking on a topic. Listen back and compare it to my speech. Notice differences and try to improve. Join communities. Engage with others who are learning English. Practice speaking with them. Motivation and enjoyment. Good learning conditions are essential. Stay motivated, relaxed, and confident. Enjoy the process of learning English. Remember, listening to my podcast should be a fun and personal experience. Feel free to listen anywhere, whether you're commuting, relaxing at home, or even drifting off to sleep. Conclusion. In summary, to learn English effectively with the best English stories. Listen regularly and enjoy it. Engage with the content and try to understand deeply. Mix passive listening with active study. Practice speaking as much as possible. Stay motivated and have fun. Thank you for joining me on this journey to learn English. Keep listening to Best Stories in English, and you'll see great improvements in your language skills. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips and stories. Happy learning!